what I'm gonna do is go into this with Rouge, Charmy. So basically 2 flight characters. I got all of my booster items, and I have Shahra and Erazor Djinn as my companions. Now, I mean, the main reason that makes this so OP. Also, damn, DJ Meat Boy with the 2 months of continued support. Thank you for that, DJ Meat Boy. And how are you doing today? Also, what's up, the worstest than you? I think I said that right. How are you doing today as well? But let me touch up on this a little bit. So, Shahra's ability, for those of you who don't know, is every X amount of combo you get, which in this case, since I'm using flight characters and she's max level, it's going to be 360. Every time my combo hits a multiple of 360, I'm going to get an item of some sort. I don't know what that item is going to be. It's 100% random. But there are some situations where you can have a better chance at getting an item. If you're in a boss fight when it happens, then you will end up getting either a magnet or a combo booster. Same thing if you're in a wisp form. You'll either get a magnet or a combo booster. Outside of that, though, you can get any of the items in the game. So you can get a shield, you can get the spring support, you can get invincibility, or you can still get a magnet or a combo booster. Now, the thing about Erazor Djinn is that he only gives you 1 item. He gives you a shield. However, the amount of combo necessary to get that shield is quite a bit higher. Even at max level, it requires a combo of 1000 or 950 if you're a speed character. Right now he's at level 3 because I'm waiting for the rewards from the Desert Ruins event to, you know, get handed out to everyone. But for now, I have to hit a combo threshold of 1200. Now, the reason why Erazor Djinn is actually so OP is because once you get past Eggman number 3, there are no more rings outside of boss fights. So basically, whenever you're doing your running, there are no rings around. So if you get hit by anything, that's GG unless you have a shield or B, invincibility. Now, the beautiful thing about Erazor Djinn is that he's going to be my dedicated shield man. So as long as I'm not making too many mistakes too frequently, I should be fine. And in addition to that, Erazor Djinn can actually give me a shield even if I'm using a wisp. I'm not 100% sure if he can give you one if you're in a boss fight, but I'll probably find that out during this one. Unless Dark Pro, you might already know. But yeah, he's going to be the dedicated companion to give me a shield. So the whole name of the game with this setup is staying alive. So I mean, if you stay alive, you can continually get your points up, and theoretically you could get billions of points with this setup because it's a very safe setup. It's not too much to ask for to make it 1000 or to get a combo of 1200 without both losing your shield and taking an extra hit. So because of that, I should be staying alive for a very, very long time. Now the downside to the setup is that you don't have any particular type of score booster. So instead of having like Rappy or the Pumpkin Chow or, you know, something that's going to help me boost my score, I sacrificed that to basically have a setup that's going to get me a lot of distance, more or less, because I shouldn't be dying anytime soon. And these runs can go on for a really, really long time. So, for example, if I want to get a 200,000 point run, which I might do here, I'm not 100% sure if I will, but if I want to do a 200,000 point run here, then I'm probably going to have to be running for roughly 2 hours straight. Now, I did do a run some time ago, I think it was like, I don't know, it was a few days back. And in that run, I was actually able to get to 150 million with Rouge, without losing a character whatsoever. I killed the run intentionally at that point because I had something else to do. But I actually had a shield when I got to the point of intentionally killing the run. So yeah, it could have gone on a lot longer than that. And there were a few close calls in the run that I had, but I mean, even then, I still had another flight character on reserve, so it wouldn't have been a big deal if it would have happened. So that's the whole thing about it. So this run is going to be going on for quite some time, so I would say get comfy. Also, Twitter was really late with that notification about resubs. What's up, Sparks Prime? How are you doing today? Also, I might be missing quite a bit of chat, just to let y'all know, because I do want to focus a little bit. Oh, yeah, see, that's me not paying attention. So, let me see if this effect actually kicks in. So, well, that's the inconsistency with Sonic Runners. I wasn't expecting that one. That's a new one. But we'll be fine because I'll keep running with Johnny, I guess. I wasn't really doing any character switches in my... Well, I didn't do a single character switch in my 150 million one, so I should still be fine. Haven't seen me play speed characters as much. I used to use speed characters all the time, but when they buffed the flight characters, because flight characters used to be pretty difficult to use, but when they buffed the flight characters, I basically shifted over to using flight, because I mean, Nail Flight is essentially a better speed character. I mean, in the speed stages, the flight character is better than the speed character, which is a testament of how much better the flight character is than the speed character. It's like the breakdown is speed or flight characters are the best characters for speed stages, and then flight characters are easily the best character for flight stages, and then power characters are easily the best characters for power stages. So speed just losing out on all fronts, more or less. But yeah, the main reason why I got two flight characters is because like usually what I'll do is I'll run like Rouge in combination with Amy when I'm on the speed stage for score purposes. But the whole reason why I got Charmy and Rouge in this run is because just in case something silly happened, I want to have a backup, and there's something silly happened, so now I have a backup. So I guess I was smart in that decision. So yeah, we're just going to be rolling with Charmy from this point on. This will be a good test of the adapter as well, but it's running smooth so far. So as long as it stays that way, then all should be good in terms of streaming and playing. Yeah, I know some people are going to disagree with that one, Dark Crow, but I honestly feel like Flight is a better choice for the speed stages. You are right in that, you know, the slow descent can be problematic, but there are a number of cases where the Flight makes things easier and avoids some randomness that you can't really avoid as a speed character in the speed stage. But I know what you mean, like, it's one pattern in particular that I think is better as a speed character than Flight, but every other one, I think either Flight is the same or Flight is better. Because Flight can kind of save you for those, what am I trying to say? Flight can kind of save you for those unexpected incidences that a speed character won't be able to save you from. At least, you know, as far as like losing your shield, I guess. But if you're constantly getting shields, then it won't matter as much. But outside of that, it can save you from a situation where it could mean that your run is over. That type of thing. Should have put up a timer or something when I started to know how long I've been running. I don't know if anybody caught what time I started this run. I don't think it's been going on for too long though, like maybe 6 minutes or so. Something around that area. Let's see, strategies like this. Now I mean, like, you can make it through that with speed as well, and it's not too troublesome, but strats like that makes it that you don't have to worry about the randomness that could occur, like with a stutter that gives you less height or more height from taking the top pass, that type of thing. And those are like strats that I devised when I was playing on Android, because on Android it would stutter a lot more and, you know, mess with the physics and what have you. Trying to read all that damn play, this is gonna get me body. I need to wait for a smart place to read it. Yes. Like if I get in the cannon, I'll read it. Or maybe like when I get to the next mini boss or something. That was interesting. It's just that, like, it's kind of like the trade-off is with a flight character, you get so many jumps in the air. See, it's this one right here. Like, you only want to do that small flight and then start dropping, because if you do an extra one, it'll make what comes after that really stupid. But it's like you trade off a faster fall for more jumps, essentially. I can't read and do this. It don't matter. Well, nothing if you're a stupid power colored image that puts you in no-win scenarios and leg, and I like that. The double jump to pick up that. Yeah. I know what you mean, Dark Bro. I know what you mean. Like, it's weird. Like, the flow works for both flight and speed. It's weird as hell. How it works that way. I mean, like, even if I took the time to read it and died, I have 2 revives left. So, bopping the score is going to be easy as hell. Unless my power goes out, which it kind of just flickered there. Yeah, like, being the score is going to be easy peasy. Like, I ain't worried about that aspect. But maybe I should be. Anyway, let's get back into it. How do you unlock? See, Charmy was around when the soft launch of the game was around, so you can't get any member of Team Chaotix until there's another way to unlock them. I'm assuming that somewhere down the road they're gonna make it so that all of the characters in the game can be won on the roulette table or something, or they might just do some cycle where it's like, for this week you can get X, Y, and Z. And then for the next week, you can get X, Y, and Z. You know, something like that. But I would imagine that sometime in the future, they have some system going around where you could get the previous characters in the game. This game de-triggers me. MP, please. This is another safe strat, by the way. You don't have to worry about that tricky last jump. Usually I don't get hit, but every now and then I'll get screwed over because of a stutter or something. Doesn't happen that often on iOS. like a handful of situations where I have a alternative strat that just makes it that much safer overall. What do I hope for bonuses for Cream, Big, and Silver? Well, I mean, like, Cream and Big should be animal bonuses because they should be Team Rose. But, Silver is probably going to be like a mixture of everything, is what I'm anticipating. Like, you get a little bit for distance, you get a little bit for rings, you get a little bit for, you know, that kind of thing. That's what I'm anticipating anyway. Why am I so into this game? Because it's saying it. Literally no other reason. Well, nah, it's primarily because of how much content is in it and how much I still have to do. I mean, like, real talk, I haven't been playing Sonic Runners nearly as much as I used to play it. But now that I'm able to do this, what I'm probably going to end up aiming for is max rank. After max rank, there really isn't much to do other than make sure that you get a decent score every ranking period, which is pretty much what I've been doing prior to today. I played it like maybe 30 minutes a day, but even that's kind of high. I think I've been playing it like maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day, primarily to do the daily challenge and to daily challenge and make sure that I have a good enough score. So on the days where I needed to make sure that I had a good enough score to not get relegated, that could be anywhere to like an hour or more, depending on how much score I decided I wanted to get. But outside of that, it would be like 10 or 15 minutes, like maybe a run or two, to get the daily challenge done. Outside of that, I haven't really been doing too much. But that's usually how it works. If I enjoy a game and there's a ton of stuff to do in the game, then I'll usually do everything. It's the primary reason why I'm refraining from playing like MMORPGs. Cause that could end badly. So if they ever make a Sonic MMORPG, then it's over. Because I'm gonna play that one. Like, that's probably GG. But I see no reason why they would make one. So I think I'm fine for now. I think they announced that soon you can buy characters instead of roulette. You mean like, when you say buy, do you mean buy as in use your red rings to acquire them? Or do you mean buy as in pay up USD to acquire them? Cause I'm thinking you mean like buy as in use real money. Easy. Oh, if it's red rings, then yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if they're talking about like, if they're talking about with actual money, then yeah, about that. I mean, like, if they did it with red rings, then it would make sense, because I mean, there are other mobile games that allow you to do that. Sonic Dash, you use red rings. Sonic well, see, it's like you can use red rings. You don't have to. You can also like in Sonic Dash, you can win them on the roulette. Most of them, not all of them, but you can win some of the characters on the roulette in Sonic Dash. It's like character tokens you get in Sonic Jump Fever, but you can use red rings if you want to get them sooner. They do the same thing in Sonic Dash 2 with the characters. You can use red rings to get them. I think that's the only way to get them in that though. I can't remember how you got them in Sonic Jump, the original one, because it's been a while. And I can't remember what it was for ASR T-Mobile. I don't know what it's like for the original ASR on mobile either. But yeah, I mean, like, it's been a recurring theme in their game, so it would make more sense if it was red rings instead of actual money. I messed up my combo. That was silly. Doesn't mean too much though. Just get it right back up. Damn. EMP, like, we've gone over this. That's not a nice thing to tell people. So yeah, so for those of you who are wondering how people get so high on the leaderboard, like, this is how long you have to run for. Granted, depending on what your setup is, like, if I played it a bit more risky and got, like, instead of Shahra and Erazor Djinn, if I would have had one of them and, like, Rappy, and then I had Amy on my team, I would be able to get a lot more points from something like this. But, you still have to put in quite a bit of time to get really high on the leaderboard. So it's pretty time consuming. And I mean, like, the whole thing about it, and the main reason why I haven't really been going for score yet, is because your rank determines what kind of scores you can get as well. Or not really what scores you can get, but how quickly your score goes up, because your rank will boost your base score when you finish a run. So I was more focused on getting my rank up than doing my runs, and it's pretty much the main reason why I want to get a max rank, because I mean, once I get a max rank, I no longer have to worry about, you know, how good this score could have been if I wasn't at whatever rank I'm currently at, which is like 560 something, I think. But yeah, at that stage of the game, I wouldn't really have too much of a reason to play the game outside of making sure that I don't get relegated, daily challenge, and any potential companions that might show up in the future. What's the first rank you can be relegated on? In my division, it's rank 39. Unless you meant like you know, the class of rank, like S single star, S triple star. I think you can't get relegated until you get up to the S class, so S single star. But I might be wrong about that. What is up? Near Mutant, I want to say, or is it Near Mutant? Either way, how are you doing today? this is how my first life should have been going, but it's not how it went. At least, you know, right now, this is how it should have been going. That first life was interesting, to say the least. But yeah, it should be smooth sailing for the most part. I mean, every now and then something odd might happen and it'll cause me to lose my shield, but if I continue to play on point, then it shouldn't get to the point where, like, 2 really silly mishaps happen before I get another shield. So that's essentially what this setup is for. This setup is essentially so that you can slip up, but your slip up shouldn't be frequent. And if they're not frequent, then you will pretty much be able to get your score as high as you want to. It kind of depends on how much time you have, though. Because not everybody can spend all day getting their rank up, unless you, like, I don't know, pause the game and you have to do something else and then come back to it and just do that forever until you get the score that you want. Which isn't an outlandish idea, but I'd rather do it all in one sitting. Because then something can happen when you're, like, away or whatever. Do I watch Rick and Morty? I've seen it before, but no, I don't watch it, I guess. If that makes sense. No, I'm not an active watcher of it. That was a silly slip up on my part. I wanted that asteroid. And I just passed the combo threshold to get a shield. So see, basically, if everything goes according to plan and I don't get hit like a dum-dum, Erazor Djinn should be able to save me. If Shahra doesn't kick in with a shield to rescue. Because the next threshold for me to get a shield is 6,000. So I essentially have to make it to 6,000 without taking damage. Now, another thing that I can do is, since I don't have a shield, I can also switch between Rouge and Charmy if I want to ensure I don't get hit. Like right there, for example. You know, if I think the game might bug out and give me something unfavorable, I can always switch to get rid of everything in front of me. So if you use all of your tools, you should definitely be safe. I generally don't care to switch though, but I mean, you can be ridiculously safe with this setup to the point where, like, it's gonna be hard for you to lose a run. Is basically what I'm getting at. Like, this run is, or this setup is solely for you to survive, to keep running. And I could have checked if you got a shield, but I want to play this one safe. Yep, there we go. So, see? Get to 6,000 and you get a guaranteed shield from Erazor Djinn. Normally what you have to do when you're doing runs, Shahra would be like your go-to companion, and you have to hope that if you ever lost your shield, that Shahra would, like, kind of, you know, give you some good luck and give you a shield, which is a 20% chance. But sometimes Shahra likes to not keep you protected. So with the Erazor Djinn here now, it's really easy to keep a shield at my disposal. Get in the score you want, yeah, an upcoming self-help book by yours truly. It's not possible to have a 100% buddy bonus yet because all of the companions haven't been released. Like, they don't scale the bonus based off of how many companions are available. So you have to legit wait until every companion is available and have every companion at level 5. Which, I mean, like right now, not including the 2 new companions that just got released. and not including the Erazor Djinn. There's still one companion that's a normal companion that I have to get up to max level, because that's at level 3, I think. Outside of that though, it should be easy to get the rest of the companions at level 5. But they also, like, the normal egg isn't even on the roulette right now. It'll show up on the item roulette, but it's not on the premium roulette. So it's actually, like, I don't want to say impossible, but really hard for me to actually get that companion maxed out right now. So I haven't even been focusing on it. But whenever they bring the normal egg back to the premium roulette, I might try to knock that one out too. But I usually don't spin until new companions come out, because I mean, literally anything else that I get isn't going to be worthwhile. So I might as well wait for a companion to show up. Yes, I bought an iPad solely for this game. Absolutely nothing else. This is the third thing that I've bought solely for Sonic games. I bought a GameCube solely for Sonic, I bought a 360 solely for Sonic, and now I have an iPad solely for Sonic. I would include the Wii, but I didn't buy the Wii, I wanted the Wii, so I don't count that one. It's the best way to afford rings and... Oh damn, I lost my combo. The easiest... Oh, that's why I'm looking at my damn preview window, that's when I read. The main... Like, I don't know, it's kind of different for both. Or not really, I guess. Like for Red Star rings, just if you don't have the RC Battle Cruiser, play through episodes. If you have the RC Battle Cruiser, then equip that and play through episodes, and you will be fine. For gold rings, if you don't have a member of Chaotix, then just... Well, I mean, okay, there is some strategy involved in that. Whenever you revive in this game, you get every item power up, a random wisp ability, and 1,000 gold rings. So you should make sure that you continue every run, because I mean you get a free revive with an ad being played. I wouldn't recommend burning your red rings to revive if you're trying to, you know, build up your red rings and gold rings. But if you're doing a score run, then yeah, you can use red rings to get your second revive. But that's essentially all you can do, aside from paying up to get red rings. Because completing an episode is guaranteed red rings. RC Battle Cruiser isn't guaranteed red rings, but I mean, you can end up getting more red rings with the RC Battle Cruiser in one run than you could from completing an episode. So it's worthwhile once you get it. But if you don't have it, then just complete episodes. That's all you can really do. Oh, I'm probably gonna go to like 200 million. When I get to 200 million, I'll kill this one. I should grind for a bit longer than that. Or not grind for a bit longer than that. But like I said, I don't really want to get serious with the score runs until I max out my rank. When I max out my rank, then I'll start going for something silly. Like the billions. I wish I would have got a magnet right there. But yeah, I mean, I kind of have the same mentality towards score runs that I did when I was back at like rank, I think 300 and something. I mean, your rank gives you a better score. Like for example, if you have a rank of 100 and you do a run, if you would have done that run when your rank was 300, then I mean, instead of getting a instead of multiplying your base score by 2 to find out how much you get, you multiply your base score by 4 to find out how much you get. So I mean, you do the same thing, but you get more out of it. So I just feel like it's kind of wasteful to focus on... almost dropped that combo. I feel like it's kind of wasteful to focus on score runs when your rank could be so much higher. I mean, I understand it to some degree if you're trying to like get promoted or prevent yourself from being relegated, which is pretty much all that I focus on now. Like my previous ranks haven't been all that good, aside from like the one time I was testing out Shahra and Erazor Djinn as a combo. Cause I mean, As long as I'm still in S triple star, I'm fine. Like, whatever I get is whatever I get. I just don't want to get relegated, and I do the daily challenges as well. Everything else, that'll come later when I actually, you know, have the appropriate score set up. What you technically don't get is you keep ranking up. Oh, Brokenot, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. Please make sure I eat. I just ate before I started. Oh, snap. I just ate before I started streaming. So, I mean, I'm good. I ain't going to be on this run for that long. This run is going to be about, like I said, about 2 hours, I think. Since I'm going to 200,000. Like, this run is going to be longer than any of my speed games are, oddly enough. How did you know, NMD Ninja, I was feeling blue today? Seems like a lot of people are catching on to that, and I'm not quite sure why. Almost as if something changed on the stream. Or it makes people want to say that. I don't think it works that way. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. But what's up, Pete? How are you doing today? I would find it very, very hard to believe that the characters are one-time deals. That just wouldn't make a lot of sense. Well, I mean, it is 2015, but I mean, like, there's not making sense, and then there's that. Like, that's the whole thing about it. The characters, like I said, I feel like once they finally have every character show up in some way, shape, or form, that is when they'll start making it so that it's possible to get any characters that you missed out on. Damn, that feel when you lose your shield and get it back at like the exact same time. And that's why Erazor Djinn is a really, really powerful companion. And like I said, keep in mind throughout this run that I don't have him at level 5 yet. He's at level 3. So at level 5, he'll be giving me shields more frequently. He gives me a shield in this run every multiple 1200. But at level 5, he'll give me a shield at every multiple of 1000. So in other words, in this run, for every 5 shields that I get, that would be 6 shields if he was fully leveled up. And that'll happen whenever they give out the rewards for the Desert Ruins event. What's up, Dark Cowboy? How are you doing today? Man, Mr. Gamer Dude, why? Like, see, you gotta be more clever with your approach. You might get me, but you ain't gonna get me like that. Like, see, you should wait for Mr. True Gamer to show up, cause y'all names are somewhat similar. Like, wait for him to show up, and then try to take his place. And I might fall for that one. there's an update for runners tomorrow. Oh, for real? Like a version update? Son, let's go. I just realized as long as these runs take and it's good, I mean, even though, you know, runners does have some good music, this could actually be a good time for me to catch up on some music. There's some links that people have sent me, but I never actually looked at what they were. Mainly Lil Duke. He had sent me something some time back, but I never looked at what it was. I could like get through all of that and get some work done in this game. Oh snap, I'm gonna start my combo. You stupid. Come on. Oh, okay. I don't know what to say about that one. Sage. Come out like when my intro used to be the know your limits but don't limit yourself thing? Or do you mean something different? Like I might have read it wrong. See, like I said, you can't bonk on the wall while you're flying, which is one of the reasons why flight characters are OP. Seriously, flight characters are too OP. Alright, Catbag, I will make sure to do that. Oh my. I'm waiting for the day that I actually do become delusional and be like, wait, I only have 400,000 and I'm actually in the billions or something. That would be cool. I don't think it'll get to that point though. See what it thinks. Oh snap, I didn't even see how I lost my shield. Oh, thank you, Shahra. They're looking out. I was known as the one and only Sonic on game FAQs, which is why I still use that name for various things. Yo, what's up, Cybersonic Stars? How have you been, man? Looks like she'll say welcome back, and what's up to Blue happening as well. When's 24-hour stream with 24-hour run? Sometime between now and never. I don't know when. That'd be the easiest 24-hour stream of my life. How do you not play on the power stage after you complete the whole story? Once you get to episode 40, I think, the stage that you go to is random. It's not based off of the background. So, like, I'll show you when this run is over. So, I mean, if you're still here in like an hour and a half, then I'll show you. But it lets you know what stage you're going to now. During the soft launch phase, they wouldn't even let you know what stage you were gonna go to. So it'd be completely random. So you could have like a flight setup and go to a power stage, or have a power setup and go to a speed stage and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really silly, but they eventually changed it so that even though it's random, you can see where you're going. Which you can even like leave out of the game and come back, and you can leave out of the game, come back, and change which stage you will go to. So you can actually exploit that to your advantage if you want to. So like if you're, say, weak at flight, then you can refrain from going to flight if you want to. And you have the time to, you know, keep leaving and coming back. Alternatively, you can just go to the tutorial and then leave out the tutorial. And that'll also change the stage. But like I said, that's not until you get to like episode 40 or something. It'll be an indicator letting you know that the stages are random from that point on. Otherwise, yeah, you'd be permanently stuck on power stage. I mispronounced Sonic. Damn, my bad. I've been doing good, Cybersonic Stars. Thanks for asking. I'm going for 200,000. Why do I always say 1,000? I'm going for 200 million. And then I'm gonna just kill the run after that. 200 million should be easy peasy. Just time consuming. I have not been getting lucky with the drill patterns, because that'll speed things up if I constantly get that every time, but I haven't been getting that often. And then the times that I do get it, I haven't been having a magnet to grab everything. When I get up to max rank, I might try to go for 1 billion. But, I mean, I'm not going to really be doing spore runs after this until I get to max rank. Because, like I said, it feels kind of pointless to do. Because you can get so much more from having a higher rank. It's the main reason why, like, when y'all seeing me run, my score goes up so much faster than most other people's scores, because of how high my rank is. It's 500 and something. So whatever your rank is, if you want to know how much score that gives you, treat your rank like it's a multiplier. Just divide it by 100. And you multiply that to your base score, and that's how much score you get. Or, not multiply it, but, well, I mean, I guess you could say that way. You multiply it by your base score, and that's how much added score, or that's how much extra score you're getting on your base score. So it's like, if you, well, I mean, like, because there are other bonuses you get, so I guess that's the best way to explain it. So, I mean, like, just to give you an example, if you have a rank of 600, and your base score is 100,000, or 100 million, assuming that you didn't get any of the bonuses, your final score would be 700 million, because it'd be an additional 600 million added to that 100 million, that type of thing. So that's why it's important to have a, that's why rank is so important in this. Yeah, that's perfect, EMP. That's absolutely perfect. I should remember that and recite it just for you when I finish runs that are up in like the billions and things. Just for the icing on the cake. Told you, I'm just gonna end up being the first mobile game elitist, just like how you have PC elitists and stuff. Just gonna be a mobile game elitist. Time is 4:51. Win 72-hour Mario Runner stream. I ain't gonna make a Mario Runners. Well, I don't think there are any. Like, we already got Flappy Bird and we got Sega's Flappy Bird. We don't need Nintendo's Flappy Bird. Plus, I think Nintendo's is doing something else. Aren't they doing something with like Puzzles and Dragons or something? I can't remember. It was something that they were showing off at E3, I think. I can't remember. So I think they already got their own plans. Wow, that kind of sucks. Nah, this couldn't become esports. Like, if it became esports, they would have like restrictions on it. And then in addition to that, I mean, like, it'd be, well, I mean, I was gonna say like it'd be random, but I mean, they got like Pokemon competition, and I mean, there are plenty of competitions where randomness plays a factor. But for this, it'd be silly. You have to restrict pretty much everything. Plus, there's like no way to play this offline either. Like, it has to be online, so that would just overly complicate things as well. Tying it to accounts, making sure that you're all in the same spot, you have the same setup, etc., etc. It won't be feasible. Why blue screen? Why not? That's what I say. Oh my goodness, I was not paying attention. I keep doing that. I think I might switch back to Rouge here. Pro strats. So yeah, like I said, character changes can make it so that you can get rid of hazards that you think you may not be able to make it through. So that wasn't a hazard that I didn't think I'd be able to make it through. What's happened been? Oh, actually, right here, I should be getting enough combo so that I'm gonna get a shield. So if you listen out, you'll hear me getting the shield. I think I'm gonna be able to get it. This might be kind of close. Oh, I might. No, I'm not gonna get it. Am I? I was thinking I was gonna get it there before I lost my wisp power up, but yeah. He'll actually give you a shield even if you're in the middle of using that, which is something that Shahra can never do. Which is another reason why he's really helpful or really useful to have over Shahra. The Shahra can only give you a magnet or a combo bonus when you're using a wisp. Like, she just gave me a combo there, which was stupid. I would have much preferred having a magnet, but it is what it is. Yo, what's up, Nelly? How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm using an iPad right now. If I was using my Samsung Galaxy S5, this run would have died so long ago. Like, it's legit. I want to say, I really don't like using the word impossible, but that's how it feels. It feels impossible to get anything substantial on the S5 while streaming it. Even without streaming it, it's ridiculous to try to get a high score. Like right now, this is running as if I'm not even streaming it, which is perfect. Like it's completely unaffected, which is why I'm doing so well. Speaking of which, so I'm gonna get a lot of points from this right here, because I got the magnet and the grill in the best grill section of the game. You almost got me, Mr. the Gamer Dude. You got really close that time. It could be Ben Saunders, but I want to keep that hush-hush regardless, so I'll say no. Oh, that's not good. 3,600 is the next time I'm going to get a shield. So hopefully I can not be butted till then. Oh, there we go. Laser. Alright, yeah, so I'm good. I will definitely get the next shield. Because I'm gonna... Actually, I can test it right now. Let's see if he gives you a shield when you're fighting the Eggman. I hope he does. He does not. Okay. So you still can't get a shield in the Eggman fight no matter what. I didn't think you'd be able to. I just had to verify that real quick. Because that's another thing that Shahra can't do. Shahra cannot give you a shield when you're fighting the Eggman. She also can't give you a shield when you're trying to get a wisp, but, I mean, Erazor Djinn can give you one during that time, so I had to check because of my curiosity. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to the next shield. That one made me jump a little bit. Because I didn't know what pattern I was at. Ooh, this is really nice, though. Okay. Yeah, I did not recognize what the pattern was, and there was like a rocket or rocket drill, whatever you want to say, like right there. That one made me jump a little bit. I think I'll be fine now, depending on what the next pattern is. I ran out of magnet at like the worst time. Let's switch, just be on the safe side. Switch back, and we got the shield. There you go. So see, that's what I mean, like, if you play it smart, you should never have to worry about dying. Especially if you have another character. I mean, it's pretty safe without the additional character, but if you have an additional character with you that you can swap with, then yeah, you're really safe during the run. So you can theoretically run as much as you want. It's just how much time do you have. Which kind of sucks when you think about it. But that's just the way it is for now. Good pitch. EMP 5 please. Perfect. Your shoulders body you? How did you... What do you mean? Like, how did you body your shoulders? Or rather, how did your shoulders body you? That's an even better question. Let's go with that one. Oh, speaking of which, Dragon King, my cousin told me that you and him did a, I think it was a Black Ops 2 session. I don't know if it was Black Ops 2 or Advanced Warfare. I think it was Black Ops 2. How did that go? I think y'all did that like 2 days ago or something. Oh yeah, it came in, Jay. The cable was here. Both of them actually. Like right now I'm using the lightning to HDMI adapter so that I can stream this. So that's why it should be looking smooth right now. So that's for the iPad. It'll also work on your phone, so when you come over here sometimes, you can, or rather the next time you come over here, you can hook it up and give it a go and see what it looks like. And my Ethernet cable got here, and I got that wrapped around the room. So now I can have a direct connection with my PS3 and my PS4. So I'm all set now. Almost lost my shield right there. I don't know why I tried that. That was not smart. Okay, so my next shield is going to be at 8,400. That's not too much longer that I have to go without getting bopped. So I think I'm still fine here. Should be fine anyway. Oh yeah, this is a good combo. Or a good pattern rather. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So see, you actually see it right here. Even though I'm in laser, I'm gonna get a shield from Erazor Djinn, so I should be fine. Like Dreamcast real cheap the other day in Sonic Adventure. Ooh, that's what's up, Polytude. Planning on hitting up Adventure 2 as well, or you just gonna have Adventure for it? Actually, no. Here's the real question: are you gonna get Sonic Shuffle? I still want to play Shuffle. Believe it or not. I mean, I guess like that wouldn't be hard to believe, but yeah, I still want to play Shuffle at some point. I'm saying, if it's looking dark over there, I don't know what to tell you. It shouldn't be dark over there, unless like y'all are about to get a storm and we're not gonna get it. Right, that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, it's not dark at all over here. Actually, yo, Jay, are you doing anything later tonight? Or rather, I guess, do you have any obligations later tonight? The response to the bounce, I was about to say bounce pads. The response to the well, they are bounce pads. I call them springboards, but anyway, the response to the springboards isn't necessarily a operating system dependent thing. It's just how smooth your game is playing. Like, the worse your game is playing, the easier it's going to be to drop a spring. The better it's running, the more responsive it's going to be. So, I mean, like, technically it works better on iPad, at least for me, because, you know, the game is going to be running smooth the entire time. On Android, it works fine initially, but as I get later and later into the run, it gets worse and worse, and it eventually gets to the point where it's just not going to work at all. Yo, actually, I'll tell you later, but if you want to, come over here and bring your PS4, because I want you to look at something. That's if you can. Like, if you can't, we'll just do it another day. Oh, damn. You don't know why they hurt. That's even worse. You haven't done, like, any, hard work, maybe in the past few days or something? Maybe lifted something heavy? Something that could warrant your shoulders hurt. Because, I mean, like, they randomly hurting. I mean, it could also be from, like, bad posture. So I don't think it would be that. This dude talking about some damn Majin Buu. Nah, that's a Erazor Djinn. He's in Sonic in the Secret Lair. Oh, I said if you can, come over here later tonight and bring your PS4 with you. Because I want you to check something. Oh yeah, but see, like, that's the whole thing. Like, they want you to not be able to skip them because they want you to have to go through these sections without having any rings. Like, that's more or less their equalizer. The thing that's going to prevent you from going on forever and ever. Even though you technically can still go on forever and ever. But I mean, like, if they still had rings beyond Eggman 4, like, it would be extremely free. To the point where, like, yeah, you're not going to drop your run to anything. Because you're going to be able to get shields from Erazor Djinn, and you're going to be able to get rings every time you get hit. Like, you technically wouldn't even need Erazor Djinn at that stage of the game. But having him would be that extra cushion. Like, the extra. So, I mean, it's understandable that they don't want you to have rings when you're in these sections. In fact, if there's ever a companion that can allow you to have rings while being in these sections, that's going to be probably the most broken one. I don't think they ever get to that point, but yeah. Like, you can technically still have rings in these sections, by the way. If you die and revive, then you get 1,000 rings. So technically, you can take one hit while still being in that particular section, but once you get out of that section, that's it. Like, you don't have any more rings because, you know, you fight Eggman and then the Star Post and then what have you. When's Rocket Meme? Rocket Meme will be happening sometime in the future, EMP. Since I now do have the Ethernet cable. And it's all good to go. But I don't know. Like, it's more than likely not going to be this week unless it's on Saturday. If it's not Saturday, then it might be sometime next week. But yeah, I would say that it's not gonna happen any earlier than this Saturday. Hello, Lacey-san. How are you doing today? Can't pick up anything more than 8 to 10 pounds. Well, damn. That sucks. Man, hustler one, please. But yeah, what's up, man? How are you doing today as well? See, I'm wondering if one thing that I've been curious about for a really long time was if Sega or Sonic Team, whatever you want to say, if they had like some sort of cheat filter implemented where they think like it's impossible for you to get a certain score, and if you get a score that's higher than that, you automatically get like blocked or something from the leaderboard. Because what I would like to do is get a score that's so high that it triggers that, and then actually have a video being able to show that I actually got it. That'd be nice. Because I think they had something like that during the soft launch phase, but they increased it over time. I think they had something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they had something like that, and they might still have something like that. Who knows? Like, it could be once you break 1 billion, they automatically flag you as cheating, and you don't show up anymore. Because I don't think they like manually went in there and removed everybody who was hacking the game. Because when this game first got soft launched, like, you saw everybody who was hacking at the top, and it was easy to see that they were hacking too. But ever since, like, I don't even know, it was like maybe a month or two after release, you didn't see a single hacker on the leaderboards anymore. So they implemented something to catch that. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they like monitor stuff that you do while you're doing a run, or if it's just like if you beat X score your flag. But I feel like they definitely have something. Oh, I'm doing good, Lacey-san. Thanks for asking. Will I play on Black Ops 2? I'm not sure. But I'll be jumping on that in the future as well. Get a few Black Ops 2 sessions in. But if you see me playing Black Ops 2, it's more than likely going to be because I'm doing a session with my cousin. And if you don't care that you're joining in, I don't care either. Detect whether or not you added it. Okay. Well, I mean, like, that would make the most sense, you know. It would also explain, like, because I've heard some people say that the game is like constantly monitoring what you do while you're running. Like, I don't know if that's the case though, because like I could turn off my connection right now and keep running if I wanted to. But I mean, I don't know if they're doing checks and stuff like that while you're running or what have you. But they definitely got some system implemented to catch people who are cheating. Whatever it is, it's working. I'm just hoping that it's not like when you hit a certain score that it triggers a flag and it's like you are obviously cheating. I mean, even if that is the case, I think I can at least go to 400 million and be fine. I don't think anybody has gotten 500 million yet though. That hasn't been, or that has, well yeah, that hasn't been lagging. Right the first time. What's up, Refugee? How are you doing today? Yeah, like having rings after you get to Eggman, or yeah, once you get after Eggman 3 just wouldn't be a smart idea. So I mean, like, think about it this way. Look at how far I'm going right now without having rings. So imagine if they do add rings. Like, if they add rings, then yeah, it's just gonna be way too easy to keep going. Technically, it's already way too easy to keep going. Like, you get what I'm saying. Like, they don't need to make it even easier. I mean, at this stage of the game with Shahra and Erazor Djinn, it boils down to who has the most amount of time to play, I would say. Which, I mean, technically it could be that way regardless. But, like, it allows you to play with more mistakes having a layout like this or a loadout like this versus before Erazor Djinn was a thing. Yeah, that was the whole thing that I was talking about, Malwilk. It would be pretty interesting if I did get removed for having a quote-unquote unachievable score, and then I had the video to show them, because then they have to refine their system. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well, no enough. Like, for example, if you got 1 billion points, and in your run you only ran 1,000 meters, it's like, obviously, something went wrong there. Like, you're not gonna run 1,000 meters and get 1 billion points. That's not gonna happen. So I mean, they're probably like a system of checks that it's like some correlations that they do. Like, you got this distance and you got this score. It's that feasible, and they probably just put that stuff into a system, and that way they can check whether you're running legitimate or not. House almost got robbed. What the hell? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's good then. That they got caught and arrested, man. I had to rob you, but everything was locked up, man. That's a good thing. We got everything locked up here as well, especially like stuff that's outside. I can't even remember. I think I was a kid when it happened, or I can't remember if I was a kid or if I was more in my teen years. But I think some people stole our lawnmower some time ago. That was many years back though. But they actually stole our lawnmowers, and then we have everything like chained up in junk. I think it was our lawnmower and something else, or maybe a few other things, I can't remember. But we definitely got something taken from us that was outside, so we locked up everything. I mean, it wasn't like it was out in the open or anything, we have a shed, so. It is what it is. Yeah, you stupid, why? How were those chili dogs? I ended up getting 2 of them. About $1 chili dog. I was thinking about getting 3, but I didn't want to potentially like mess with my stomach or something stupid. I'm pretty sure I would have been able to handle 3 though. Easy peasy. I didn't want to overeat though. Since I know I was going to be streaming again. Also, that was like the first time I've been to Sonic in, I think, over a year now. Possibly more. Yeah, because I think the last time I went, I think it was about a year, actually. Because I think the last time I went to Sonic was, the last National Hot Dog Day. Yeah, it's been a year. That's your win. Oh yeah, I'm finally over 100 million too. So that's 100 million down, so we got 100 million to go. Then after that, I'm just gonna kill this run. Oh, damn. Classic game. Yeah. It's some jank. So yeah, we're a bit more cautious about that now. more so than it used to be. I mean, we haven't had to worry about anything since, so. Then again, it's like you don't anticipate somebody trying to rob you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to happen, but it can happen. Man, that's a lot to read. Oh my goodness, EMP, why? Damn it! Dragon King, you created copy pasta. Congratulations. Well, like, whenever you post a paragraph in chat, it's like you gotta expect it to become copy pasta. You have to expect it to become copy pasta now at this in this day and age, rather. I didn't even get to read it all. I'm gonna have to like read that later. That's a lot to read, son. Like, not when I'm doing this anyway. You ain't gotta be apologetic. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. It's not the first time something's been turned into copy pasta that was meant to be serious. That's usually the best copy pasta anyway. That feel win. Basically with Chip, when you finish a run, like let's say for example you're playing as Sonic and you have Chip, right? When you die, instead of it going straight to the do you want to continue screen or whatever, Chip will show up and he'll dash forward for X amount of time. And he also has like a magnet effect on him, so he'll collect anything that's nearby. So that's basically what Chip does with his dash. So equip him, go on a run, and then when you die, you will see him in action. He actually can be pretty useful depending on what your other companions are and what your skill level is at the game. Though do keep in mind that he cannot run through or fly through boss sections, rather. So if you die like right in front of a boss area, then he's not gonna go really far at all. The beauty of it though is that after he finishes going for whatever amount of seconds he runs for, you can revive after that and continue where he left off. So it can be really useful for getting a lot of distance, especially now since you get a free revive. So it's really useful in that regard. Oh, my knee. How long have I been running? Oh yeah, welcome back. I've been running for like, I don't know, I lost track of time. I forgot when I actually started this run. I think I've been running for a little over an hour now. Or been on this run anyway. A little over an hour. I don't remember when I started. I have to go back and watch the VOD. See how long I've been running. But in order to get to where I'm trying to get, which is 200,000 points, or I always say 200 million points. It's gonna take me about 2 hours total, so still got quite a bit of time left before I get to 200 million. See, the frame rate dip has become slightly more apparent with me being deeper into the run. It's nowhere near what it would be on Android. It still is pretty smooth. And the stuttering isn't quite as frequent as it would be on Android either. Basically, it's good enough so that I can keep running as long as I want to. That's the whole thing about it. I don't think it gets any worse than this with time. So it's like if I can handle where it's at currently, then I should be fine for the rest of the run. Which, I mean, I made it up to 150 million without dying. So I should be fine. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm gonna get like a recliner, and that's gonna be my chair when I'm streaming. Like, I'm gonna legit be laid back, and I'm probably find a way to like have my monitor hanging on the wall or something so I can look straight up at it. I'm stupid. Let me read what that said. Thanks for the good luck, Expel Sword. And what's up, Strategy? How are you doing? Weren't you in here earlier? I didn't change. Like, it's still blue. Like, I don't get it. How's the score run quality for you while streaming then? It's just about the same as it is when I'm not streaming, to be completely honest with you. So that's a really good sign. What's the lowest high score you see in S rank? Yeah, something like that. 10 million. Did you mean 20 to 30 million, Dark Pro? Or did you mean something else? I almost still messed that up, even after waiting for like 5 years. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's get back into the groove of things. Should be getting a shield right here at 10,800. Now I'm protected again. See, this is why it's good to know math, because then you know when the shield is coming up. It's pretty simple math anyway. It's just multiples of 1,200. And I mean, like, once you get a max level of Erazor Djinn, assuming that you're not a speed type character, it's going to be really, really simple to see when you're going to get a shield. Because it's multiples of 1,000. And legit, like, legitimately anybody should be able to do that one. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, oh snap, oh snap. I should be getting one really soon. I was gambling with that right there. Even though I'm in an asteroid, I should still get a shield here. Dark Pro is, it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand how that happens, to be honest. I think it's like we're so patriotic that we have to use our own system or something, so we act like we don't know the metric system. I don't know. I can't even come up with a BS answer, Dark Pro. I don't even know why we won't use the metric system. Because the metric system is easier. Like, we're supposed to be lazy as hell, but we won't use the easier system. Alright. That makes a lot of sense. See, I ain't say all that, Dragon. Hold on now. I'm all about that merger. But, I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say we don't do stupid things. Oh, that was interesting. I wasn't expecting that one. That's the unblockable that Dark Pro was mentioning earlier. See what I mean about Shahra being stingy and not wanting to give you any shields? This is, see, like, that was basically the equalizer. That was what would prevent you from running forever and ever. Like, Shahra would just refuse to give you a shield, so you eventually slip up again and die. Unless, like, you get lucky like me, because I just got a stray shield item. But see, Erazor Djinn, he's the one that compensates for that, because if you're not going to get a shield from anywhere else, then he'll eventually give you one. And that's what makes this system broken. So I'll be grabbing the Vita... Oh snap, Vita TV and Persona 4, dancing all that for that Miku DLC. I'm not paying attention. Okay, I already have a Vita TV. I got it primarily for Rivals and Rivals 2, which I still haven't really messed around with. But right now I currently have no plans on getting Persona 4 dancing all night. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it. It looks like it could be pretty fun to play. And one of the songs that I heard I like a lot. It's apparently a remix of the credit song from Persona 4 Arena. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. It's called Now I Know. But right now I have no plans on getting it. Plus, I mean, it doesn't come out until, I think, September over here. So even if I, you know, wasn't decisive right now, I still got months to make that decision. And there goes the drill section without a drill. Gotta love it. Yeah, see, the lag and stuff is definitely becoming more apparent with me being deeper into the run. But it's still, like I said, not as bad as it would be on Android. So that's what allows me to keep running. It gets so bad on Android, it's ridiculous. And that's when I'm not streaming, by the way. If I am streaming and I'm on Android, it's over. Like, good luck making it past Eggman number 4. Without using, like, continues and stuff, rather. If you're using continues, then yeah, it's still, like, this easy to make it past Eggman 4. But, like, without continues, not really. Yeah, exactly, Christmas. Excuse me. The power types jump lower. No, power types don't jump lower than speed and flight. I was thinking that there might be a slight difference between jump heights, but from what I checked, nah, they're all the same. That was kind of scary. And see, that's kind of what I'm talking about, like right there, Dark Pro, with the flight characters being able to save you, because I didn't expect to get that type of jump angle, but because I'm a flight character, I was able to salvage that. Whereas if I was a speed character, that might have been a lost shield. Not a lost run, but at least a lost shield. You know what I mean? That type of thing. As far as I know, there are no jump height differences. But yeah, like there are definitely some patterns that feel easier with speed. Like, I'm not saying that it's like always advantage flight, but there are definitely some perks that have in flight. But yeah, some of these, like, they were obviously designed for speed characters. It's just that as a flight character, you can make it work. You can also make it work as a power character, but I mean, as a power character, it's harder in pretty much every scenario. So that's the whole thing about that. But with flight, it's like, if it is harder, it's not that much harder. And it's a number of cases where it's easier as a flight character. And the save potential is a lot higher with a save character. The save potential is a lot better with a flight character as well. Because you have more jumps that you can do with more control. Like, look. Dark Bro, I still have a spot in my heart for the power characters. Like, I mean, you can't deny that they at least go in on the mini bosses. But I mean, I guess outside of that, you know, outside of that and their own specialty, you know, the power stages. Outside of those two things, yeah, they're not too much to brag about, I would say. But they go ham on the mini bosses. And the other two types of characters cannot touch them in their own element, which is the power stage. Yeah. Which is like, I kind of, what I'm trying to do when I'm grinding for my rank and for my red rings, I want to have like a flight character and a power character with me at all times. So that, you know, I can make it through the stage to get to the boss, and then when I get to the boss fight, I'll use the power character to go ham and increase the chances of a red ring showing up. But see, like, that's the whole thing about it though, right, Cornello? Like, flight was booty. They buffed flight though, so when they buffed flight, they became not booty. It's almost like they were listening in on my stream, because I said like the one thing. Well, I said there were a number of things they could do to make flight better, and one of them was allow them to hit you no matter how they approach an enemy. They wouldn't get hurt, rather. Like, it's the fact that they're so vulnerable in the air that made them lackluster. But now, yeah, like, they body anything while flying. The other thing that I was saying that could make flight characters a bit more feasible is if you could cancel their flight. Like, you know, while I'm flying, like somewhere on the screen I could tap if I wanted them to just go back in the ball form or something like that. And what they ended up doing was they made it so that when you're flying, you're essentially in ball form. So it doesn't matter where you hit an enemy. See, like right there, those two enemies that I hit while flying, yeah, I knew I was going to lose my shield there. Those two enemies that I hit while flying, they would have hurt me if this was pre, I think, version 1.0.4. Yeah, like, they legitimately made them better, which is why they're now OP. They went from being the worst character type to the best character type, in my opinion. Lost my shield. I'm trying to juggle chat at the most inopportune time. I just need to wait for like wisp and stuff. Oh yeah, they definitely are. Dark, bro. They definitely are. I'm not saying just my stream, but yeah, they're definitely paying attention to what top players are finding and doing, and addressing them accordingly. Friday Nights at Freddy's, I'm guessing that's what FNAF is. That's cool, I guess, but yeah, I'm not really interested in Five Nights at Freddy's. I've watched a few streams, but I don't anticipate on playing the game. Not really my thing. Wait, what did I say again? Like, it's not because of you. I slap, in my opinion, on pretty much everything, unless I'm confident that there is no debate about it. Just because of the fact that it is my opinion. And I don't want people to think that I'm throwing it around as fact, because I feel like that's what a lot of people do. It's like you say something, and they assume that if you don't state it's your opinion, it's automatically you trying to say that it's fact, which is not the case. So I usually throw in stuff like, I think, in my opinion, that's how I feel, etc., etc., when I'm talking. And a lot of y'all probably catch that, because I try to be really careful with what I say. I slip up every now and then though, but I try to be really careful with what I say. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. Oh my goodness, that's a see the going backwards with flight when you try to fly through a platform, that was not always around. That like got introduced in one of these updates. I have no idea which update that it first showed up in, but that hasn't always been here. I might slip up enough to actually not make it. Well, I'm not gonna say that I'll slip up so much that I won't make it to 200,000, but I actually could slip up enough to like die eventually. But yeah, I should be able to easily make it to 200,000. Like, aside from that really sloppy first life that I had, I think I've gotten over 120 million since then, at least. So I mean, like, this is 120 million without losing a character. Though this time around I did do a few character swaps to play it a little safe. But yeah, as you can see at this stage of the game is running a bit more sluggish. But once again, I have to add, it's nowhere near what the Android would be. And it's really nice because, I mean, I'm still able to stream this, which means that I'm also still able to record this and things like that. When am I gonna get the 24-hour run? I have no idea, strategy. Maybe sometime in the future. Also, Smitty, with the 6 months of continued support. Thank you, Smitty. Much appreciated. And how are you doing today? Yeah, I would love for them to have an update where like lag and stuttering gets addressed. I've been waiting for that since soft launch, really. It didn't bother me as much initially. But when it got to the point where my runs were getting killed, not because I was playing badly, but because the game decided to be even, that's when it started getting to me more and more. Oh man. Yeah, see, I'm starting to drop the springboards more and more. Thankfully, in the speed stage, which is one of the main reasons why I do my score attacks here, thankfully in the speed stage, there aren't too many areas where, what am I trying to say? There aren't too many areas where the springboard will drop you into a pit, that type of thing. I feel like they would do that eventually, but I don't know if they have done that just yet. Doing well. Tired. Oh, damn. That sucks, maybe. Well, now you have an opportunity to kick back and relax. Hopefully, anyway. You might have some things to address at home, but hopefully for the most part, you can relieve some of that stress. When's accordion we need? Why would I get that? Like, I don't really plan on getting many FFZ emotes in the first place, but like, why would I get accordion we need? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, we have the hero of Soliana. Like, we don't need an accordion over here. Oh, snap. Okay, so I was gonna drop my timer there. I have no idea what the best setup is gonna be. Like, when they get released and all of that, I'll let you know. I really want to look into this stuff a bit more in terms of score setups and what have you. Also, Dark Pro, were you around when I was talking about something that I had just realized concerning the enemy boost that Omega gets, or were you not around when I was talking about that? Because it's something that I hadn't factored in, which I don't think it's gonna be enough to warrant using him over like a different character, but it's something that came to my mind that I wasn't thinking about when I was first talking about how Bud Omega's ability was. Oh, okay. Well, okay, so you know Omega's ability is that you will get, what am I trying to say? Yeah, Omega's ability gives you a 200% increase to enemy score, right? One of the things that I did not factor in, something that no other bonus gives you, is that the score that you get from destroying enemies is not a in-game bonus, it's a in-game bonus. As in, you get the bonus while you're playing. You don't get it after the run is over. So technically, that enemy score bonus gets buffs from like everything, including rank. So say, for example, that enemy score being boosted by 200% at rank 100 is going to be more effective when you're at rank, that was really lucky, getting a shield right there. But yeah, it's going to be even more effective, say, when you're at rank 200 or 300, 400, etc. That type of thing. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. That was another thing that I was thinking about with the golden enemy companion. Or golden angel companion, or whatever you want to say. I think it's called golden angel. But yeah, his bonus scales, so it gets better with time. Which I also thought was kind of cool, since, I mean, you know, robot, artificial intelligence, adaptation, that type of thing. I'm pretty sure they didn't think about it like that, but it is kind of cool in that regard. Like, he kind of gets an upgrade as time goes on. But yeah, I was not thinking about that whatsoever when I first saw what his bonus was. I was just thinking about how it's an enemy bonus. Like, really, of all things? And I was kind of a little salty because they were making it so that Omega wasn't a dark type character, which is what I was hoping for. Because, you know, the dark type ability is too legit, giving you a 75% boost to score. Yeah, that might be pretty interesting in the long run. And I mean, like, when you think about it, like, see, for example, if you play as, like, say, Rouge and Omega, then Rouge gives you the score bonus, and Omega with his enemy bonus is going to have his enemy bonus scaled by Rouge. That type of thing. That's kind of what I was thinking about a little bit, but, you know, I haven't looked into it deep enough to know, like, how good it actually is. Yeah, I saw that one coming. That kind of sucks. Alright, so we lost Rouge. Still got Charmy, though. Like I said, the lag and stuff is becoming more noticeable. But that was still on me. I'm not going to throw that one at the game. I could have compensated for that one. I was thinking about switching characters right there as well, and I didn't. So I kind of deserved that one. Because that would have been the safest way to play that. But yeah, like I said, there should be no issues making it to 200,000 or 200 million. I keep saying 200,000. I don't know why I want to say 200,000 every time. I don't like the fact that well, I'm about to get a shield right here at 4,800. So yeah, I'm good now. So, I mean, I derped at the very beginning, so I only have one more life left. I don't have two. But, I mean, one more life with 53 million points to go, more or less. Like, that should be easy peasy. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to get there. Under any circumstance. Except for, like, my device dying or something. You know, something that's out of my hands, rather. Then after this, I'm going to go back to grinding for a little bit. And then after I'm done doing a bit more grinding, I'm going to switch over to 3D Blast and see if I can get at least one IO done. If I don't switch over to 3D Blast, then I'll just save that for tomorrow morning. So I'll have a morning stream and then Space Channel later. If I do save it for tomorrow morning, then it's probably not going to be as long of a stream as I usually do. It'll probably just be up until I get that IO done, which I anticipate is going to take no less than 2 hours if I'm lucky. Or if I'm playing really well, rather. I don't think it's going to be something that I'll get really quick, because I got to plan it out, and then after I plan it out, I got to actually execute. I mean, if you've seen the last 2 IOs I've done in that game, you should already know how long that's going to take. Or have an idea of how long that's going to take. Alright, Slick Evan, take care, man. How did I get that score? From not dying. Or from not dying enough, I guess. That's the more appropriate way to say it. So I'm on life number 2 right now. But it's primarily because of how safe Erazor Djinn and Shahra are to have as a team. Because Erazor Djinn is going to feed me a shield every 1200 combo I do. And Shahra is going to be giving me various items, including a shield. So I might get a shield sooner than having to wait for Erazor Djinn. Also, like I said, keep in mind that during this run, Erazor Djinn is not at max level. He's at level 3. When I have him at max level, he'll give me a shield every 1000 combo instead of every 1200 combo. Yeah, I mean, it's not even as OP as it could be right now. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, see, I'm dropping a lot more of those leaderboards now. That's usually a telltale sign that your performance is starting to suffer. The more of those you drop, the more your performance will suffer. Generally. I mean, you might just have bad timing. Oh my goodness, that was bad. I could have got one more hit in if I wasn't playing bad back there. Yeah, it's exactly what Dark Pro said. Cause I mean, like, you gotta think about it. Like, it's really easy to think about. When you get beyond Eggman 3, there are no more rings, correct? So that means that technically you're not supposed to be able to make any mistakes and survive. The only way that you can make a mistake and survive that's not falling into a pit, which shouldn't be happening in the first place, with, you know, a certain skill level, is that I have to have a shield or have invincibility, correct? So as long as I'm playing well enough that I can achieve a combo of 1000 without getting hit, or in between hits, whatever you want to say, then my run should never die. Because, yeah, every 1000 I get a shield no matter what. Sometimes you might get hit and then like you only need 100 more to get a shield, or it might be an instantaneous thing, or you might have to do 900. But all in all, if you can get a combo of 1000 reliably without taking damage, then yeah, you'll be set if you have Erazor Djinn in your lineup. And Shahra just makes life even easier, because Shahra can give you like the combo bonus, which makes sure that you won't drop your combo, or she can give you a magnet, which makes you grab more elements, which makes you get your combo up faster, which means that less waiting time in between shields, and also means more points. So Shahra is kind of like your point getter and lifesaver, whereas Erazor Djinn is your dedicated lifesaver. And that kind of sucks. She gave me a shield right after, or right before I lost one, or lost it, I guess. That's fine. See, I'm gonna be getting a shield from Erazor Djinn at 3600. So even though I lost my shield, I have one back now. So that's what I mean. Like, it's too easy. I'm gonna need to eat eventually. Like, I could theoretically just pause the game and eat something and then continue my run. But yeah, I'm only going to 200 million, like I said. 200 million, I'm gonna kill it and just have this for reference later. This run has been going on for more than 2 hours, I think. If it hasn't, it's been really damn close to 2 hours now, I think. Something like that. Probably not quite at 2 hours yet, but getting there. What's the highest score I ever got? I think it's close to the highest score I ever got now. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, because I was using too much flight back there. Oh, nice. Wait, we got an Eggman section. Nice magnet. That's perfect. So yeah, I'm not gonna get a shield from Erazor Djinn until a combo of 6000 is achieved. So if I can hold my combo through this and then hold my combo a little bit afterward, then I should be fine. If I stop hitting springs, I should be able to get to 5400 before I get out of here. Oh, and then I get a combo, so that's a nice one to have coming out of here. So if I get to 6000, then I'll get a shield. If not, then I'm going to be on my last life. That was a close one. I almost held down the flight button for too long. We're going to get a... Ooh, asteroid. I would have preferred a magnet in this case, but I'll take an asteroid. That's going to keep me a bit safer. So I'll take it. Yeah, the event awards usually, or rewards rather, they generally take about, I should have jumped. They generally take about a week for you to get them. Should be fine here. Nice, okay. So see, that's what I mean, like, by playing well enough since I lost my shield like right after going past 4,800, I now have another shield. And that's the concept of this team. The whole concept of this team is that you can play well enough so that you can slip up, but you don't slip up too frequently. Frequent slip-ups are what kill your run. And nobody is going to play perfect, but if you play well enough, you can stay alive. I knew I was gonna hit that. I'm pretty close to getting another shield though. But I won't have to worry about that. Got a shield. Oh my goodness! I didn't jump. It might have looked like absolutely nothing was going to happen there, but if you run into a wall for like a good half a second, you will bump, and that'll automatically kill you, even if you have a shield. Even if you have an invincibility, it'll happen. So that kind of scared me a little bit. That would have been a really silly way to get to my last life. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, these springboards are dropping more and more and more with time. So, I mean, like, I'm thinking that even with, you know, being able to have this setup, it's going to be, like, getting some really high scores is going to be possible, but I still think it's going to get to a certain point where the game is going to get, you know, so bad that it's going to be really, really hard to keep your ring on. But, I mean, I could be wrong. We'll see. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable now. But once again, I have to add, it's still not as bad as Android is. And it's taking it quite some time to get to this point. Yeah, it's starting to happen. Still run killers are starting to happen. But I mean, with that shield in play, I should be fine for the most part. Because it will have to be like 2 flukes happening pretty frequently. They have to happen there. Not necessarily back to back, but they have to be pretty close together for it to screw me over. Yo, BFS nobody with the with the 6 months of continued support. Thank you for that. BFS nobody, and please continue to enjoy the emotes. And if you are in chat, how are you doing today, good sir? How is life? My posture is terrible right now. Yeah, I'm not getting a damn thing off these springboards anymore. But man, this dude, like, even if I died at 199 million, I still have another life left, so. Yeah, I told you, like, it's not a big deal. It, like, that, it's kind of sad in a way, because, yeah, it's, with the way Erazor Djinn and Shahra work, it's literally going to turn into who has the most time in their day. Among the skilled players, anyway. That's what it's going to turn into. Who has the most free time and who is willing to put in the most time to get the high score. But I mean, like, the fact that I get this shield so often is just too good. It is legitimately too good. Damn, look, Mechamusion, we talked about this, son. Like, you can't flaunt, like, the long subs, like, right after somebody flaunts theirs, like. But either way, Mechamusion, thank you for the 15 months of continued support. Much appreciated. I need like a cannon or a wisp so I can read chat again. Hey, what do you know? Oh, what's up, Sabo OP? I'm doing good. How are you doing today? And that's good to hear, DFS. Nobody. You are doing that pretty well. Or not bad, rather. Combo drops don't really mean anything. Because it's really easy to get it back over 1,000. Like, I'm more concerned about character drops. Like, I'll take 1,000 combo drops over 1 character drop. Because once you get past the combo of 1,000, it doesn't even, oh my goodness, it doesn't really mean much of anything. Well, see, in that case, it kind of meant something, because I was about to get, well, nah, I actually just got a shield item, so that wasn't going to mean too much. Now, like I said, when I did my run last time, I stopped at around the 150 million point mark. So I don't know if it's going to get much worse than it is right now in terms of the game's performance. But we'll see. Oh, what's up, Ferret Boy? How are you doing today? No, I'm not hacking. I've just been running for this long. It's just, this team setup is too good. Is there a story behind that quote on the stream? I don't really know if you would call it a story, but it basically originates from a comment that I got on YouTube some years back on a Sonic 06 video that I uploaded. I think the person was using a translator and they were trying to say something else, but the final line was, "How do it be good for the image and see themselves well?" Like, it started off pretty fine. Like, the comment was, I have this game for PS3. That's how it started off. So, I mean, like, it started off just fine. But then after that, it was like, but that's the game to have if recording my TV, or something like that. And then it was like, how record me playing the game. And then the final line is, how do it be good for the image and see themselves well. So, I just treat it as like a philosophical quote that has some deep meaning behind it that not many people can understand. But that's where it comes from. I still remember what video it's on too, and it's still there. Also, notice how the 1 is over the E in score, so they don't really anticipate you. Either they don't anticipate you to be getting scores like this, or they didn't bother to fix the damn score thing. Because the 1 is over the E. Oh yeah. The performance is starting to suffer big time. Suffering more and more and more. Getting more and more noticeable. I'm waiting for it to get to the point where the springboards are like legitimately unusable. But I feel like it's getting close to that point. But yeah, I guess like for reference, the way that it's going right now, this is like what it would be like on Android by the time I get to, I don't know, like 15 million or something stupid. And then by 25 million is 100% stupid. Man, Dark Bro, get out of here. speaking of which, because from what I remember, the iPhone 6 is going to be more powerful than what I have. What is it like at this stage of the game for you, Dark Pro? Or did you not go this high using Shahra and Erazor Djinn? Also, I just realized I'm getting closer and closer to 100,000 meters range. Oh, and I just dropped my combo. I feel like I'm gonna be dropping my combo a lot more. Oh, okay. That's... Well, I don't want to say that's good, because that's not good, but... like, I don't know what word I'm trying to use. That's interesting? Because it's supposed to be more powerful than this, yet you're getting the same thing, so... Yeah, they really need to crack down on their game. They really do. I have a number of the patterns memorized. I don't have every single one memorized. But, I mean, I have each one is recognized. I'll say it that way. I wouldn't say that I have everyone fully memorized. You don't really need all of them memorized. It's just a few things you want to keep in mind that could screw you over. Some of them, some of these I could call out like what's coming up next, and some of them, not really, but you know I'd be fine running through them. This game technically came out February 25th, but it was soft launch in Japan and Canada. The worldwide release was last month on the 23rd or 25th. It was something like that. Word. That's what's up, Barrett boy. Arcade stick. See, I never really got into using arcade sticks for fighting games. Like, I've played Street Fighter and... Well, I think a lot of Tekken players use pad anyway, so I can't really say Tekken. But, yeah, I never really got into using fight sticks. I don't think I've ever used a fight stick. I mean, I've played on arcades before. I never used, like, actual fight stick. Why is my cam blue? I ask myself the same question every day when I wake up. Also, what's up, Art? How are you doing? Is that Arc or Arch? No, that's Arch, right? I'm having like an English brain fart or something. But yeah, how are you doing today? Pretty sure that's Arch. Yeah, we'll go with that one, Cat Bag. I like that one. Let's keep that. What's up, leading teacher? How are you doing today? Oh, okay. I got you. Wait, that didn't help me. It's Arch. Okay, yeah. Arch, okay. But yes, hello. Alright, let's jump back into this. Oh my goodness. That was an odd way to jump back into it. But yeah, something like Dark Pro. Android gets worse than this before you even get to like half of 100 million. It gets worse than this. Like, it's really silly. I was getting triggered. Like, you can sometimes see it go like really bad on stream, like it starts dropping massive frames for like a really small period of time. That's what it would be like on Android, but like constantly, not just a spurt of that. It's like that, but all the time, which is what made runs like damn near impossible. And the stutters happen more often as well. Cause I mean that's the main thing. Like with the frame rate dropping, it's still generally not that bad, aside from springboards. That generally will screw you over. But I mean outside of the springboard, you can still do mostly everything. It might mess with your timing a little bit because it's not as smooth. But aside from the springboard, you're pretty much fine. But yeah, it's like on Android, the stutters increased by a ton as well. I mean, they increased. I lost track of what I was gonna get as a pattern. But I mean, like, they increase on iOS as well. Not as much as it does on Android. I'm not even gonna bother taking that because I feel like it's gonna drop. Which is another advantage to having flight. Something that I forgot to add in Dark for stuff like that. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure you already knew about that. I'm pretty sure you already thought in your mind like what advantages flight can have and stuff like that. I'll just point it out again though. Oh, that was bad. Hopefully I don't get screwed over here. Okay, cool. So I'm almost close to getting another shield. I'm pretty damn close, so hopefully I don't do something stupid. What combination is this? Yeah, I should be fine. Cause I got strats. Ooh, gotta love flight. Cause I'm pretty sure I would have got hit if I tried to fall in there. Damn, I love flight. And that's the main reason why I have flight, because a lot more BS starts to happen when you get later. Oh, that was me. But yeah, a lot more BS starts to happen when you get later into the run. So I want to be able to compensate for any BS that can happen. Oh my goodness. Still got a ways to go before we get our next shield. Oh, we get an Eggman fight though. Okay, so if I do a good enough Eggman fight, I should be able to get to like 3,500 before I make it out of here. Okay, that's bad though. I need to not hit springs and keep my magnet. Once again, I have to not hit springs, and there goes my magnet. Yes, I got another one. Thank you, Shahra. Oh, that kind of sucks. Once again, I had to not hit springs, but I did. So that kind of sucks. The goal is 210 million? Why does it have to be 210 million? Why can't it just be 200 million? Someone did 204. Oh, okay. I can't even beat that then. Just because of that. What is up, Mr. Yoku? And what is up, Starbox as well? How are y'all doing today? I feel like I'm gonna get bought by something before I get my next shield. I just feel it. I got a funny feeling. Okay, that didn't bot me though, so that's a good sign. That's one of the things I would anticipate to bot me. Yeah, it's starting to get really, really bad. Couldn't avoid it this time because I would have more than likely dropped my combo, which I didn't want to do. And then of course the game taunts me by putting the invincibility power or I can't get it. See, if I still had Rouge, then I'd be able to get it because I could do a character swap. And I probably would have done it in order to get it. Give me a good combo here, or a good pattern. That's actually a bad one to get because sometimes you'll get a weird jump off the enemy. That's what I want. So yeah, we got it. Because there's no way I'm gonna die with this invincibility. Easily enough. Alright, so we back safe again. Yeah, the performance is starting to chug really late. It should be getting easier and easier to see on the screen as well. I assume it would be easy to see on screen anyway. We're in different leagues. They must have transitioned to running multiple now. I explain why the ranking results were so jinked up. Interesting. Yeah, like this is essentially turning into like a stage where you can scalp for score. That's what this is turning into. So it's basically whoever has the most free time wins. Nah, I don't think it works that way, Dragon King. Oh yeah, like that's one I generally don't get tired of music. It's one thing that I just oftentimes do not get tired of. Along with like you could say like the same thing with like voices in games. I can hear those over and over and over again and never get tired of them. I mean, it helps if it's good. I mean, generally it doesn't matter to me. Why do I keep jumping into the screen? Like when the frame rate gets worse, I start guessing more. But I should never guess. There should always be a reaction to everything. Yeah, I know what you mean. The 10-second loops. That's something. Yo, no with the subu. Thank you very much, no, for the subu. Much appreciated. And enjoy the emoticons. Yes, thank you for that. No, thought I was gonna get a bonk there. But usually you don't get a bonk if the springs are like right below you. But it can happen, it just doesn't happen often. Oh, there's that. Yeah, wait! Okay. I should still be fine. Maybe. Possibly. Or pattern. I should be fine. Oh yeah, I'm definitely fine. Oh, I'm more than fine. Okay, cool. Yo! Boner Slave. Son. Boner Slave with the 14 months of clapping it up. Thank you, Boner Slave, for your continued support. Much appreciated. And how are you doing today, Boner Slave? Yep, there you go. Like, that's the name of the game. It's exactly what Dark Pro said. And once again, let me remind you that this is not a fully leveled up Erazor Djinn. He currently gives me a shield every multiple of 1200. When the rewards come in from the Desert Ruins event, he'll be giving me a shield every 1000 instead of every 1200. That's a 200 combo difference, people, and that's huge when you think about it. Because that means instead of at 2,400, which I've had to aim for a number of times, it'll be 2,000 that I'm aiming for. So yeah, like, that's less time that I have to worry about playing it safe. You know what I mean? Or staying alive, rather. So yeah, I mean, like, it's not even as broken as it can be. You just end up sacrificing getting your score up higher faster to stay alive. Because granted, I would have definitely been over 200,000 by now if I was still alive and using like Amy with Shahra and Rappy, or you know, something like that. So like, I just lost my shield and I just got another one back. Beautiful. What's my high score in this game now is whatever I have right now. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you balance him other than like, yeah, you have to do like some extremely heavy nerf. Like, at max level, he gives you a shield every 2000 combo or something. Like, you have to do a heavy nerf, I feel, to balance him out. I mean a really heavy nerf. But I'm not sure how they want to go about doing that. If they do want to go about doing that. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous right now. Well, my combo just got killed. See, I'm dropping my combo a lot more in the late game when things aren't running as smoothly. I should have went for that asteroid. That had a good skill. I don't think I would have got it, because I would have probably bounced off the missile, but I should have at least went for it, because there would have been no harm there. Yeah, exactly, Dark Bro. Man, like back in my day, like we didn't get our fancy Shahras and Erazor Djinns to constantly save us and run. Yeah, I mean, like, what Dark Pro was saying, like, it's really, oh, I mean, I feel like it's really simple to do this run if you have, like, an adequate enough skill level. Because, like I said, the whole purpose, oh my goodness, where was my jump? But anyway, the whole purpose of this run is, allowing yourself to make mistakes over a certain period of time, that type of thing. Yeah, I think I was like tapping too far to the right or something. I told you guys I had one more life left, so I'm fine. Like, I wasn't worried about not getting 200,000. Like, it was gonna be easy. But yeah, I got both of my characters back, and I only need 5.9 million now. Like, if I don't get that, then I don't even know what to say. Like, in all honesty. Like, if you thought that meant run was over, nah. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculously easy to get these scores. This is actually a pretty bad run by the standards of how high you can go. Because technically that should have been like my first character, not my first, or my second life rather. Like, I feel like that's around the time where if you lose anything, it should be like your first character. Damn, if I blow the ring, you'll unfollow on principle. I don't blame you. I'm pretty sure I got this. I don't think it could go so badly that I couldn't get the last 5 million. Well, I guess technically 15 million if I'm going to be going to 210 million. But yeah, I mean, like, technically, with the current state of the game, I mean, I'm thinking, like, it'll eventually get to the point where it starts bogging down so much that it'll be easier for your range to die. I mean, granted, it's nowhere near as easy for it to die as it used to be in the days prior to Erazor Djinn. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's gonna get me to my goal a lot faster. Did I get Shadow yet? What do you mean? Like, Shadow hasn't been released yet. I don't think. Damn, if I blow the ring, you will sub. Uh-oh, I think, like, my skill level is diminishing all of a sudden. I feel like this game has become too difficult for me. Nah, I don't feel like I'm good, Tree Man. Like, I'm still gonna get 200 million, but like, I don't need the tour of your house. I'm good. But thanks for the offer. The thought that counts. Oh my goodness, do you see how slow those tricks were? Oh, there goes my shield. I'll play it safe here. Let's try to play it as safe as I possibly can. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna try to make it up to 210 million. Because apparently, like, first place has 204 million or something. Yeah, see? There we go. 200 million. And I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was first attempt. So, I mean, it's not like I was worried that I couldn't get 200 million. Not to mention that I had a really, really crappy start for whatever reason. I think, like, I died with 16 million points or something. I can't even remember what my score was when I died, but it was something really lackluster. But I kept going because, like, I was just confident that with this setup, it's that easy. And yeah, like, it is that easy. That's the whole point about it. That's what I'm trying to demonstrate with this setup, and it's nice because I actually have footage for it now. Something that I would be unable to get if I was playing this on Android. I should have did a character swap. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't have. Well, no, technically I should have, because I would have got a shield back anyway from the laser. Assuming I would have actually made contact with the laser, because I could have missed it. It's happened before, where I'll make a bold move like that, and then it backfires heavily. It's always nice to have some invincibility. Oh, and this is gonna definitely put some points on the board for me. Look at that. Look at that. Gotta love it when that drill combo shows up. That's another reason why having Shahra on your team is a really nice thing. This game has really bogged down by now. Like, the difference between when I started and now, in terms of the game's performance, is night and day. At least on my end. Nah, it's score. It's SCOR, score. That's a 6 score that I have. Am I gonna upload this whole run to YouTube? Yeah. I'm gonna actually highlight this and put it on YouTube. Nobody is gonna watch the entire thing, but just to have it there. Oh, that's Obama calling to congratulate me on having video evidence of this run. But I can't actually. Oh, somebody else got it. Cool. They'll handle it. I might just go to 222 million for the hell of it, because that's a nice place to stop. That's if, you know, I don't die before I get there. But some very questionable things are starting to happen. Oh, wait. Speaking of which, Dark Pearl, what you said doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The only way that this run would have a higher density would be like if I was getting luckier with the drills, or if it's a combination of me getting luckier with the drills and what you call it, having a higher rank now. Because you gotta remember that rank does play a factor. It could also play a factor depending on what teams we use. Because I don't know who you used on your team when you were doing your testing. Because, you know, different teams are going to give you different bonuses. It's a lot of factors behind it. That's why I try not to look at it like point per meter. I try to look at it just in terms of what the setups give you. Because I'm like, if you just look at what the setups gives you, it should be easy to see which ones are more beneficial than others. At least I feel that way. I mean, I ain't bringing this topic up again because I already know just how good Rapid is. I ain't bringing that one up again. But yeah. Maybe when I get to, well, technically, nah, I ain't going back on that one. Alright, jumping back on that. I'm gonna have to do my own test again, or not again, but I'm just gonna have to do my own test. That's what I feel like. Like it's so easy to see, it's ridiculous. Like if I didn't prefer flight over speed, then I would have or rather, if I wanted to play it a bit riskier, because I prefer being flight here instead of speed, then I would have picked Rouge and Amy instead, and my score would be a lot higher right now, just from that small change. Oh my goodness, okay, no, I'm fine. So I mean, having Charmy is nice and all, but rings aren't as important once you get past Eggman 3. Oh my goodness. And I lost my combo. I was not paying attention to what I was doing back there. And this is a pretty scary situation. It's going to be a while until I get my combo back up. I do have character changes at my disposal though. So if I use those wisely, I should be fine. Oh, we get a boss fight too, so yeah. I'm in a pretty good position right now. Also, I got 210 million. So I was gonna try to go for 222 million and cut it there. Get trips into triple digits. Unless like I get a wisp or something. When did we get Dry Banana? We got Dry Banana, I think a few weeks ago. It's a pretty cool remote. I like it. Looks clean. There we go. Ooh, nice. Magnet plus combo bonus. Can I get some patterns that won't have a high chance of killing me? That would be really nice. This one kind of sucks. Because sometimes you will get a weird height off of that and it will kill you. And you can't really do too much about it. Alright, cheers. That was a close one. Because I didn't land. I was definitely expecting to land, but I noticed that I didn't. With 200 million and Knuckles? I'm not sure about that one. It's going to be the new category. You have to do one. And Knuckles has to be included. Yeah, Magic Lamp and UFO can be a big combo, but like I said, it kind of depends on... Really, when it comes to good combos, it depends on your skill level and what other companions you have. Because they play a factor. But yeah, like UFO and Magic Lamp are a good combo, just from what they do. The UFO makes animals come to you, and the Magic Lamp makes it so that golden flickies will appear, which give you 6 animals every time you collect one instead of the usual one. Oh snap. I was at the next Eggman fight, I didn't even realize. This can actually be a good thing if I can manage to get a magnet while I'm in here. The worst thing that could possibly happen is I drop my combo, because if I drop my combo, that drill is going to give me butt points. If I get a magnet before I get out of here, that would be lovely though. Which I'm about to get an item here. And this magnet. Nice. Just in time. So this is going to actually be good. You unlock cold steel. Oh, and I skipped the drill after that, but it's fine. That helps a ton. Oh, and then this pattern. That helps even more. Got really lucky with the patterns. Those are both big point patterns if you have drill and magnet. Drop down here for safety. And then we get asteroid. So this is gonna let me get another shield before I get out of here. Man, but yeah, here we go, people. We're getting closer and closer to that 222 million. Hopefully I don't throw it away. I might have just threw it away. I tried the character change, but I did it wrong. So now I don't have a shield. I might not make it, people. I need... No! I threw it away. I threw it away, people. 221 million. We didn't do it. We didn't get the trips at the end. Party people. It got thrown away. But anyway. Okay. So, if you notice, this is what I've been talking about with this game. Base score, actually, I have to do it this way. Base score was 18.8 million roughly. And this is what I'm talking about with rank. And it's going to be really important to see it this way. Man, I was aiming for 200 million in the first place, so it's perfectly fine. But anyway, I'm going to be highlighting the entire run. But the base score was 18. Actually, hold up, let me make sure I said that right. The base score was 18.8 million. If you notice right here, where it says rank, your rank is your rank bonus. Your rank bonus, like I said earlier, whatever you have as your rank, divide that by 100, and that's like the factor that you boost it by. So, for example, I got 18.8 million in this run. So, I think my rank is like 560 something. I'll be able to see when I leave. I might get an ed. If I do, I'm gonna switch my scene. Okay, no, I didn't get an ed. But no, like, you'll see what my rank is. And this is why I'm saying, like, it's kind of pointless to score attack until you get your rank up higher, rather. Yeah, see, nobody even got over that. So maybe they do have, like, the leaderboards divided up in some way, shape, or form. Because Dart Pro, didn't you say you did a run where you got, like, 100,000 plus? If you're still in here? Check the world boards, okay. Whoops. Oh, okay. That's weird as hell then. Why are you not here? That's odd. One of these dudes has a rank that's maxed out. I think, unless he hasn't done this run yet. He might not have done this run yet. Nah, he probably didn't do this run yet. Yeah, he ain't done it yet. But somebody has a max rank of a 999. Are these? Yeah, see, it's this dude right here. Look at that. Max rank 999. What score did this dude get? Son, he actually did get to the billions at some point. That's 1 point. Yeah, that's 1.4 billion. Damn, so yeah, he went ham. And then this dude also went ham. So, I mean, people already got really, really, really high scores. So, but yeah, it's weird that I don't see him anywhere. Unless they flagged him as cheating. But yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to point out with that combination. That combination pretty much keeps you safe. You have to go like a certain amount of time to keep it going. Also, Jeremy Abel, I want to say. Jeremy Abel, thank you for the sub. Good sir, much appreciated. And assuming you're in chat, how are you doing today? What's the max rank? The max rank is 999. Once you get there, that's it.